وجبلات اليمين، وأسأل الله جل وعلا بأسمائه الحسنى وصفاته العلى وحدانيته أن يديم علينا نعمة الإيمان ونعمة الإسلام ونعمة القرآن، كما أسأله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبارك لنا في أولادنا وأعمالنا وأن يرزقنا ربنا سبحانه وتعالى الإخلاص في القول والعمل والسر والعلم. إن شاء الله عز وجل يعني استمع الآن مع ابننا وجدي وأخونا وجدي، أخونا ابننا أحسن أوكي. إن شاء الله عز وجل أحد الشباب المسجد إن شاء الله سبحانه وتعالى عنده خاطرة كده يكلمنا عنها إن شاء الله تعالى. تفضل أخوي.
يا نعم. هاي لنتا
هاي لنتا.
Can you stay here 5 minutes? في محاضرة أنا مستعد. طب أوكي.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. First, let me start by saying that Dr. Akram told me about this like 3 or 4 minutes before prayer time. 10 minutes before prayer time. So if it sounds a little all over the place, please forgive me. And if I say anything wrong or inaccurate, Dr. Akram here is going to correct me. So before prayer, we were just talking about the 5 pillars of Islam. And I hope I'm not wrong when I say that we all know the 5 pillars of Islam. The first one is Shahadatu la ilaha illallah and Muhammad Rasulullah, that believe that there's only one God, which is Allah, and that His Prophet, His Messenger is Muhammad, peace be upon him. The second one is Aqamat Salah, which is obviously praying. The third one is making zakah. The fourth one is fasting Ramadan, and then the fifth one is making pilgrimage to Mecca. The one thing we were talking about was that these 5 pillars are also great practical advice, or they're great practical commands. Ones that should be followed even without belief in religion. We follow them because it's our religion and we need to follow all these different commands. But when you think of them outside the religious context, they still make sense. So the first one, the belief that there's only one God, that is Allah, and that His Prophet is Muhammad, peace be upon him, that goes back to the idea that Islam invites us to ask questions and to set priorities straight. And one of those first questions is, who's the creator? And it answers that question by providing that Allah is the creator, there's only one God but Allah, and then to get that information from Allah, we need a messenger, which is Muhammad, peace be upon him. The second pillar, prayer, grounds us religiously, but also when we think of it as a practical situation, in a practical way, I think it also makes a lot of sense. So I work in a dental office, and I was talking to Dr. Akram about this. I had a hard time finding time for praying. That's when I started splitting it or thinking of it in a way to organize the day. I think it helped a lot. So for me at least, praying Dhuhr came after the first 4 patients, praying Asr came during lunch, and then praying Maghrib was right before I left so that I can have time to catch Isha. And subhanAllah, now when the first 4 patients are done and I get distracted or I don't pray Dhuhr, I have some of my co-workers come remind me. So that's how we think of it, I guess, from the practical sense. It helps when organize their day or have this set constant to follow. But in terms of the religious idea of it, or the religious aspect of it, it gives us a chance to be grounded and always come back. Because praying isn't only a physical act that we do. We have to pray, we're standing up and then we go to our knees and then we make sujood. So it's a physical act, but it also trains the mind and the body together. Okay. In terms of the third pillar, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's generosity. Just be good and give to those in need when you have what's enough think the fourth pillar is the one that I'm going to talk about a little more, which is fasting. We fast on Ramadan again because we're supposed to. It's a command to fast on Ramadan, but it's also a time to take a break from our habits. And we can think of habits in two different aspects. We can think of religious habits, or habits that religion can, or ask us to prevent, like smoking or drinking or being involved in harmful relationships. Okay. Okay, smoking, for example. And then there's the non-religious habits where people are used to drinking coffee in the morning, for example. And when Ramadan comes, it invites us to take a break from these different habits. And we were watching a video before where it talks about how we as humans were habitual creatures. We like forming a habit, we like following a set of rules for ourselves. And when Ramadan comes, it asks us to take a break from these habits and take control of our lives a little bit. And that's both in the religious aspect and the non-religious aspect. So we have people that smoking, for example, and a lot of us, not me, not them, but we have people that have to get their morning smoke. So when Ramadan comes, they have to cut that off, obviously, and it could be a step in the right direction to stopping smoking. So again, it just grounds us a little bit and asks us to take control of our life back. The last pillar, the fifth pillar, is making pilgrimage, but it's also, like Akram talked about, how the word that Hajj means attention. So we're traveling with attention. We're not only taking a break from our physical space and going to Saudi Arabia and making pilgrimage, but we're using these new experiences and these new interactions to make life changes to ourselves. And we come back renewed. We're different people, and this small break that we take can be very impactful. And to get credit to Marwan, we were talking about this a little bit before, how pillars are not what holds the house together. The pillars are a strong base. You need the pillars to begin, but then you have other aspects of the house to build. And that can be, I guess, taught through the first ayah that came from Allah to the Prophet, which is اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. So this is a command from Allah, but it's not a command to believe in Allah, it's not a command to pray, it's not a command to make zakah, it's not a command to fast, it's not a command to make pilgrimage, but it's a command for the betterment of oneself. So it's a command to be intellectual, to read and learn how to read. So the introduction of the Quran to the world was not, I guess, based on the religious aspect of it. It was based on the intellectual aspect of it, or the practical aspect of it. And but yeah, just to end it off, that these pillars of Islam, although they are religious, we can still see them in a practical sense in our daily lives, and hopefully we can take this as a it's a قصيدة. Dr. Akrom's going to take over.
الشباب اللي ورا. احنا كنا الشباب الاولاد دلوقتي كان فيه فيديو امرأة في كنيسة شرحت الإسلام بما لا يفهمه مئات الألوف بلا مبالغة، مئات الألوف من المسلمين. السيسة امرأة في كنيسة في إحدى الولايات ولا في أمريكا، ولايات يا شباب؟ برمت. والله الذي لا إله غيره، استمعت إلى هذا الفيديو من فترة طويلة. الفلسفة التي تشرح بها المرأة الإسلام وأركان الإسلام الخمسة لم أقرأها في كثير مما قرأت. وهي تفهم الإسلام بعمق وتؤدي بروح أنا لم أجدها في كثير من علماء المسلمين، روح وهي بتتكلم عن الإسلام وهي بتشرح الإسلام للجمهور بتاعها في قلب الكنيسة، وتقول لهم إن أنتوا علشان تعرفوا إن المجتمع المحيط بكم من المسلمين لازم تفهموا الإسلام صح وما تصدقوش البروباغندا بتاعت الإعلام. ففعلا إحنا محتاجين إن إحنا برضه زي ما غيرنا بيفهم أو بيتكلم عنا غلط، لازم إحنا نفهم الإسلام صح ونقدمه صح. أنا أعتقد امرأة مثل هذه المرأة بحاجة إلى إن الناس تتعرف عليها والناس تعلن من شأنها وقدرها، وأنا لا أشك إن في النهاية هذه المرأة تكون أسلمت. لا أشك. فالشاهد في الكلام إن إحنا عندنا دين عظيم، بس مشكلتنا إحنا مش عارفين نقدمه صح للناس. We have a good religion, but we can't يعني برودكت ولا إيه؟ نقدم برودايس introduce it for the people around us. احنا شغالين زي ما احنا بنفس العقليه تقريبا في كثير من الاوقات. انا بتكلم حتى يعني على المستوى الشخصي، احيانا بنقدم الاسلام بنفس الطريقه اللي هي بتقدم من 20 30 40 سنه فاتوا، بنفس الطريقه احيانا اللي هي بتقدم في العالم العربي والعالم الاسلامي. ولذلك نجد المحصله بتاعتنا ما بتقدمش قدام. احنا لسه في المحل كثير. فالنهايه يا اخواننا ان ربنا سبحانه وتعالى يسالنا عن الاسلام، ولابد ان نجيب. كيف نجيب الله سبحانه وتعالى يوم القيامه؟ الناس اللي حوالينا لابد ان نقدم لهم الاسلام، نقدم الاسلام الصح للمسلمين اللي حوالينا، ونقدم الاسلام الصح للناس غير المسلمين. We have to introduce the true Islam, the perfect Islam, the nice Islam to the people around us. اللي هو الإسلام المحمدي. ده بيجي محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام. مش إسلام فئة معينة أو مجموعة معينة أو حزب معين أو جماعة معينة، لا، أو بلد معين. عايزين الإسلام بتاع مين؟ محمد بن عبد الله عليه الصلاة والسلام. the Prophet محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم يعني bring it to us at the end the convening of the Prophet محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم understand يعني this religion. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يتقبل منا ومنكم وأن يغفر لنا ولكم، وجزاكم الله خيرا جزاء. شكرا لحضرتك.
كمال انا عندي اقتراح كل الصوت. نعم.